It's week 9 of the 2022 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Packers on Monday Night Prime Time.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for Jones last week, 9 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he powers his way up past the 30. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat, any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
And he's going to have it. First down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week, 17 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak, because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
You better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Brady now on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. On second down now. It's Hardy. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. Succop's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's Jones again on second down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keyshawn Vaughn. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead grows to 10-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Love now to pass on 1st down. Caught by Cobb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down. It's Jones, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing, Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On first down, it's Hardy, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Brady. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Got a man complete to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Pass interference.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Hardy, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on first down is Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point try now for Succop. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 39, Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Love. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Love from the gun. Now swing pass for Dillon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Love's throw into the hands of Cobb. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, Dillon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. And that will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Love now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So, you sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway from the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the 1st half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady, throw left side, complete. That's Miller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Over the middle to Evans. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 35 on second down, Brady gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Brady gives this one to Vaughn. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing now is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man. Complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Love. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. Just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the option, it's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football. And
he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 16. He'll find Aguara complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, standing just outside his own goal line. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Stockton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is... So the challenge not a successful one, as this will stay an incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Stockton. Evans has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Stockton. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stockton. Open man is Howard, the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw.